Hello friends, I am Rajan and I recently received letter of authorization from IRCC. So after receiving the 4-pointer email and the letter of authorization, lot of people ask me what we did to get this letter of authorization. So in this video, I am sharing you all the details how we get the 4-pointer email and how we replied to that email. As per my knowledge, this 4-pointer email is received by those people whose COPR has been expired on or before 18th of March. So many of you are asking me ki how many web forms you raised, or how you replied, to whom you replied, from what subject you got the mail, from which email ID. So I'm answering all the questions in this video. So keep watching this video. So the first question that I received from maximum of the people is, so what is the mail subject and the sender ID from which you received this mail? So the answer to the question is simply, I received this email from IRCC and the subject of the mail is IRCC document request. And also few people are asking me what is your visa office. So there is no specific visa office mentioned in the email. Few people are asking me whether it is from Delhi visa office or it is from Ottawa. So there is nothing mentioned in the email. So the second question that I received is, who gets this email in case of a joint application? So in our case, the primary applicant got this email. The third question that I received from you is, what are the questions in the 4-pointer email? So the first question is, are you and any accompanying family members ready to travel to Canada within the next 60 days to settle and become a permanent resident? The answer was very simple, which I replied is yes, because I want to settle in Canada. So I replied yes. So it is up to you whether you want to settle right now or not. You can choose your option accordingly. The next question is there any reason preventing you or your accompanying family members from departing your current location to travel to Canada within next 60 days? So in my case, I have replied no. So it might that this question has been asked might be because there are certain restrictions based on different areas in different countries. So based on that, they have asked in case you might be able to, you want to travel and you are not able to travel due to the country restrictions. So the third question is, are you able to book a flight to Canada from your current location for yourself and your accompanying family members? So in my case, I have replied yes, because I can see Air Canada flights on their website as well as on Make My Trip portals and other portals. So I replied yes. The next question that they asked is, do you have a proposed and feasible travel plan with a single transit point to Canada? If yes, attach proofs such as plane tickets. If not, are you willing to book and confirm such travel plans as soon as you are approved? So I will divide this question into two parts. First is single transit means direct flights from the home country. So the travel plan that we proposed them is that we will book a flight from our home country India to the Toronto, that is YYZ airport. As soon as I receive my as soon as I receive my extended visa or COPR, and after then I will book a cab to my relative house, which I mentioned them that I will stay at my relative home for the quarantine period, that is for 14 days. That is strictly mentioned by them that we have to get ourselves quarantined for the 14 days after landing. So I have mentioned all these things that I will do this. First, I will book a flight after receiving the COPR, and then I will book a cab, and then I will quarantine myself for 14 days at my relative place. And you can mention your Airbnb bookings or any other bookings that you will make. Another section in this mail was the documents to attach. So the first document to attach is plan to settle and remain in Canada. So address, where will you stay? So in our case, we have received an email from our relative mentioning that you guys can come to our house and we have a separate room for you and where you can quarantine. So we have attached that email as a proof of residence. So you can attach any of the bookings that you will make in future or you have already made. You can mention that particular booking and attach the document into that email. So second is employment plans in Canada, location of work, letter of employment. So in this case, we have mentioned that we have not received any, we don't have any employment in Canada. We will come there and search over there. Another point which they re-questioned is the plan to quarantine. So in this case, we have clearly mentioned that we are going to stay with at our relatives' place, and they have a separate room where we can quarantine ourselves. And the next question what they ask is the fund balance that you have so as to support yourself at the time of quarantine. So what I did simply is I just pulled out all the bank statements from the bank portals and attached it as a reference. I have not gone to the bank to get it manually stamped. So you can simply pull it out from your bank portals and attach it as a proof of funds. They are not asking for 6 months balance statement or anything. You have to simply show them how much money do you have. So next question is what they ask is plan to show how you will obtain groceries, access medical care and other essential services. In this case again we replied that our relative will provide us all the groceries and any kind of medical help that is required. We can call an on-call doctor, or in case we require any medical emergency, then we will contact the near medical center. This completes all the questions that IRCC asked us in the email. So now I am taking the other questions that people asked me. So one of the questions that maximum of the people asked us is where to send a response for this email. So few people said those who received the 4-pointer email has again raised a web form to reply to this email. So we don't have to do this. We have to reply to this email without changing the subject of the email. Please make it very clear. You are not supposed to change the subject of this email. You have to reply to this email with all the questions that they require. So the next question is what people ask is in how many days we have to reply to this email. So we have to reply to this email in 10 days. What IRCC has mentioned in the mail is if you will not reply within 10 days, then your application will remain open and placed on hold until the travel restrictions pause is lifted or you demonstrate that you meet the criteria above. So this is the reply that they have clearly mentioned. So we have to follow this. So few people ask us like when you raised the right to travel web form and when it was responded, time durations. So series of events I'm going to tell you. So we raised the web form in the mid of August and we got a reply, a generic reply from IRCC, and they mentioned us that our file is pending with the XYZ visa office and you have to connect with the respective visa office. What we did is we replied to the respective visa office and we have not received any mail. So after a few days, 15 to 20 days, we again sent a mail to the respective visa office and again no reply. We have received no reply. So after this, in the end of the month of September, we received the 4-pointer email as most of you received, and after that within 8 days we received the letter of authorization to travel. So this is the series of events that happened with us, and in my knowledge there are few people who have not raised even a single web form also received this 4-pointer email. So guys, this completes our 4-pointer email. So I've responded to best of my knowledge. Please take consultation you can take consultation from other persons also, so that you can reply the accurate information to the IRCC. So this is what we have replied. So in the next video, I will tell you all the details about the letter of authorization that we received and the change in the application status on the IRCC portal. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions, just reply in the comment. I will reply to you to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.